friends, welcome to J Science Hub. Today we are going to study about main biological process in plants. Plants carry out a number of biological processes for their existence. First of all, we are going to study about photosynthesis. So, you may have a question, what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process of producing food in chlorophyll containing cells using carbon dioxide and water by absorbing light energy. The product of the photosynthesis are glucose and oxygen. As the plants produce their own food, they are known as autotrophic. Here they use the solar energy as the energy source, so they are known as photoautotrophic organisms. Photosynthesis is take place in an organelle called chloroplast, which can be found in plant cell. Chloroplast containing chlorophyll pigment, which is green in color, it gives the color to the plant. This chlorophyll pigment has the ability to absorb the solar energy. So the energy conversion which takes place during photosynthesis is given below. Solar energy is converted into chemical energy and stored in the green plants. This word equation shows you the reaction which takes place during photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide and water can be considered as the raw material, light energy as the energy source, and chlorophyll as the internal factor which is essential for the process of photosynthesis. Here the main product is glucose, which can be considered as the food of the plant. Oxygen is the byproduct. So just think why photosynthesis is considered as the main process which is essential for the existence of life on earth. Because the plant are the main producers present in the terrestrial environment, and plant produce oxygen as a byproduct and maintain the carbon dioxide and oxygen balance in the environment. Leaf is the main part of plant where the photosynthesis is occur. To perform the photosynthesis, the plant needs some factors. These factors are obtained by plant by various methods. For example, carbon dioxide is absorbed by stomata. Stomata are present in the leaf. These are the adjustable opening through which the carbon dioxide is entered into the plant. Water is absorbed by root. Root contain the root hairs, which makes the water absorption more efficient. Then this water and minerals absorbed by the root hair is transferred to the leaf through xylem vessels. Chlorophyll is present inside the chloroplast, which present in plant cell. This absorbs the light. Here the light energy of the sun is converted into chemical energy and stored in plant. As I said earlier, glucose is a main product. Glucose produced in leaf is converted into starch in the leaves. Later, this starch is converted to sucrose and transported to the necessary places of the plant. For example, the growing parts or the storage organs. In science, we can't just make the statement and leave. So it is important to prove during photosynthesis, starch and oxygen is produced. If the leaves containing starch, and thus we can come to a conclusion that photosynthesis has taken place in leaves. To set up this experiment, we need a beaker, a watch glass, tripod, Bunsen burner, some leaves that are exposed to the sunlight well, alcohol, boiling tube, iodine solution, and forceps. First of all, we have to dip the leaf in hot water and boil. This helps to break the plant cell wall. Then put them into boiling tube with alcohol and boil them in water bath. Now you can observe the alcohol is turned into green color. This shows the chlorophyll pigment present in plant leaf is dissolved into alcohol. Here you may have a question why this test tube with alcohol is put into the water bath. Because the alcohol is highly flammable. So we kept the test tube with alcohol into the water bath in order to prevent any possible accidents. Then take the leaves out and wash it in the running water. This will help you to remove the excess chlorophyll and alcohol present in the leaf. So now keep the leaves on the watch glass and pour some iodine drops to the leaf. Here the leaf is turned into dark blue color when iodine is added. Iodine is an indicator that turns to dark blue in the presence of starch. So this experiment demonstrates the leaves perform photosynthesis and produce starch when necessary conditions are supplied. So how can you set up an experiment to show that oxygen is produced during photosynthesis as a byproduct? The needed materials are the funnel, some aquatic plant, water, a trough, boiling tube and glowing splinter. Aquatic plants are adapted to perform the photosynthesis in the aquatic environment. That's why we are using an aquatic plant for this experiment. Okay, so after set up this apparatus as shown in the figure, we expose this setup to the sunlight. You will observe that air bubbles are released from the plant and get collected in the upper part of the test tube. After, carefully remove the test tube and insert the glowing splint into the test tube. You may observe the glowing splinter reignite and burn into flame again. This indicates the air present inside is a supporter of combustion. As you all know, the supporter of combustion is oxygen. So by performing this experiment, you can show that oxygen is produced during photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is important for the existence of life because the plants are the main producers in the terrestrial environment. All the other animals directly or indirectly based on plants for their food. Also, it balances the amount of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the environment. Oxygen, which is essential for the respiration of all the living organisms, is produced as a byproduct during the process of photosynthesis. By absorbing carbon dioxide, photosynthesis helps to control the global warming, which can be considered as the main issue in the current situation. Thanks for watching. Hope you all understand about photosynthesis clearly. In the next video, we will discuss about transportation, another important biological process which take place in plants. Like, share and subscribe to J Science Hub.